On another episode of Elsa Ate the Kids. Oh no, Elsa did not eat the kids, honey. Elsa loved to bring her kids to full term, and that is why we love Elsa. She's given life every day. But we don't love Elsa baby daddy number two, honey, because he's been making our girl look stupid, and I think it's time we start giving baby daddy number two hell as well. Offset will forever and always be our favorite internet baby daddy when it comes to our dear pregnant snake, Barney B. Okay? Offset would have let us see the new baby by now, but for some reason, Stefon Diggs, I believe, may not want us to see the baby because what's the reason for that? You know, it's our nephew. We had to see everything. They took us along the journey. Sorry, they included us in the group chat. Even when we wanted to mind our business, they forced us to be in the group chat with our mess. It's time for us to see baby touchdown. You know, we need to see baby touchdown. Like, yeah, people are mean, so what? You can't control everything. Let them be themselves. They're gonna find themselves. But for the rest of the aunties and uncles out here, we need to see baby touchdown. It's been a while. He's what? Approaching one? It's not quite, but baby touchdown is approaching one. And we want to see the little cutie because ain't no way touchdown can be even less than handsome. I bet he's a cutie patootie. Don't you guys want to see baby touchdown? I want to see him. Now, we're here to talk about why I believe Stefon Diggs is beating up Cardi B. I believe Mila. I believe Mila. So I'm not gonna say allegedly, cause I ain't got no money to give anyone. You know, I can't even afford my medical bills at this time. I'm a rich lady under construction. So when the wealth gets here, it's gonna be just for me and me only. I'm a wealthy lady under construction, okay? I'm not gonna say allegedly because I believe Mila. I believe Mila 110%, and I'm gonna give you my theory on how I believe Diggs started putting pause on biting B. I'm gonna tell you what I believe started happening. Now, as you guys know, Diggs has a lot of allegations out here for putting his paws on people, right? But we also know that Barney B is a little ticky boom boom. That means women who are ticked off very easily. And I understand it because when people are super kind, they have a very thin line. Like me, I'm loving. Like, I love people so much. Like, I'll be mad at you this hour, and after 1 hour passes, I'm good with you all over again. The only person that I find myself hating was that boy who threatened me, that smelly guy from the apartment. He smells so horribly. Oh my God, you guys would not believe it. My dad is sick and my dad looks a million times better than him. Did you guys see my dad? If you guys are following me on Insta, you would see my dad. And my dad is a show pony, so just say hi in the comment section. Anything you want to say to him. No, you can say hi. He's done for whatever. My dad loved the theatrics and he loved the theatrics and he lives for the theatrics, and because he's old and he's sick and he has lost the love of his life, he is viewing life differently and he's living differently. He's just, trying to live his best hot boy life, okay? He wants to go places. He wants to do things, and he's telling me that he wants to go places and he wants to do things and he wants to do things. But as I was saying, back to what I was saying. So I'm going to tell you guys what I believe is going on. Why it is that Diggs is putting pause on Barney B, right? Now, as I've said, I believe, well, not believe, Barney B is a ticky boom boom. She gets ticked off easily. Like, You can sit down and figure out how to trigger her, and it's gonna work every time. Even if she knows you're triggering her, it's gonna work every time. But she doesn't have much emotional intelligence. For me, on the other hand, I'm a ticky ticky boom boom, but what balances me is because I have like I'm stoic in some sense, and when it comes to emotional intelligence, honey, I think when that thing was being given away, I was like, Lord, give it all unto me. Emotional intelligence, like things that bothers people, like someone could be cussing my ass out, and people would say, you need to respond, you need to say something. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't see the need, I don't see the sense, because clearly that person is going through something. Clearly that person is hurting. Like, I don't see the sense with putting my mouth with people's mouth. Maybe I think too highly of myself. Maybe. So I'm just saying that to say, with Cardi B being a tiki tiki boom boom, I'm like that too, but I have controlled it over the years. When I was younger, I did not know to control that shit, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know how to control that shit. I dare a boy, I dare a girl to say something, and it would be face off. But no, I'm different. I found God, according to Kanye. But I'm just saying, what I believe happened, why Stefon Diggs put pause on Barney, and I'm not defending that guy. Not at all. Not at all. I'm not defending him. I believe that Cardi B has grown so accustomed to physically abusing Offset physically, because Offset has been emotionally, taking disadvantage of her. And when Offset would come home, she would pick fuss with him, big fight with him, slap him in his face. That's what I believe was going on. And Offset would just walk out, walk away. Sometimes he may grab her hands, sometimes he may shake her up a bit. So I believe that Cardi B exited the relationship with Offset with that kind of behavior. And because she's a bird, she thinks that that type of behavior flies with every guy. So as such, just as we see her acting out on the streets with Stefon Diggs, I believe she did the same thing at home, cussing with Stefon Diggs about the girls, allowing Stefon Diggs to lie to her, like when he said, let me heal you, like who's gonna tell her? Men say the darnest things when they want to get in your pants. When they get in it, they'll keep saying the darnest things, and when they had enough and you keep bothering them, they're gonna actually let you know what they think of you, right? So I believe that Diggs has been playing Cardi B all along, because I've heard from darn good sources inside the industry that Cardi B was initially a industry bet to Stefon Diggs. She was never supposed to get pregnant. It was just all fun and all games, okay? All fun and all games. But she got pregnant. Stefon Diggs never wanted to get so serious with her. He just wanted to prove a point that he could have her. He could mess around in her and Offset marriage, and make Offset go mad, and he won that bet. So, things got out of control that none of them were planning for, because Cardi B wanted to get back at Offset. Stefon Diggs wanted to prove a industry bet. So as they got involved and things got deeper, I believe because the women were, Stefon Diggs' house is like a highway traffic, girls in, girls out, girls in, girls out. Cardi B was confronting him about it because he kept making promises to her, promises that he was never going to keep. And I believe that what Cardi B has grown accustomed to with Offset is that Offset would make promises to her, keep them for a time, but then go back to the old. So I believe Cardi B was looking for some amount of that for Stefon Diggs, but Diggs wasn't giving in none at all, because he's like, he's the prize. The man is the prize, honey. Diggs is the prize. So Cardi B, I believe that she went off on Diggs and she was getting hot, boiling hot, hands in face, sharp nails in his face, sharp nails, and Diggs slapped her in her face. Boom! That ish doesn't fly with me. She slapped him back, and then after she slapped him back, he had to truly man slap her ass for her to know that's Diggs. That's not Offset. Her name may spell the name if you spell the same if you twist it around. We may have the same behavior. Both of us may hook up with Pre, but this ain't Offset B. This ain't Offset. So Diggs gave her the heck of a man slap. Miss Chef was there, and Chef was taken a bit back because Chef was like, oh my God, she just had a baby and you're doing that to her. You can hurt her. And I believe Chef had to pull Diggs off Barney B, and Barney B felt loved because she's a bird. And when men hit bird, they believe that, oh, if my man doesn't hit me, he doesn't love me. But I believe that Mila gave Stefon Diggs a good talk. I believe Mila is like Pre that has the good talk with Stefon Diggs, and that's why Diggs is consistently reassuring her that he loves her. But the truth of the matter is Diggs only loves Diggs. Diggs does not know what love is, and he knows the letter of the word love, but if he's to truly explain what love is and what it feels like, he'll never be able to tell you what love is. But I believe that that's how Stefon Diggs started and put pause on Cardi B. I believe Cardi B thought that she did it with Offset and she got away with it, so it is okay for her to do the same with Stefon Diggs. But she may not realize that Diggs has trauma, because when you see men behaving like this, black men, you best believe they have trauma. Stefon Diggs has some kind of trauma going on there. I don't know if the trauma has to do with child exploitation, because boys, they do get exploited too when they're kids. And because they were boys, they were cultured into, don't you cry? Men cry. Don't talk about it because they're going to call you names. And maybe that is where his sex addiction started without him even knowing. But Stefon Diggs has something that he needs to heal. And it's not my business. It's not my business. But Stefon Diggs' brother has a very horrible history. I don't know if it's coming from the dad, but it has to be coming from somewhere. But what I would hope is that Stefon Diggs look at it and break generational curses, because he has all the tools and all the resources to do so. And he may think that he can't change, and he can. I'm not telling him to change for Barney B. He needs to change for himself, and he needs to change for his kids. If he doesn't change, it's gonna ruin his career like his brother. And no mother wants that. I think it would be such a heartbreak to the mom to see such a thing happening to not just one son, but two of her sons, right? So Diggs, you need to look at your mom, start going to therapy, stop telling people sorry, and show them you're sorry. Stop putting hands on people. Stop paying to beat up people. Not because you can, it doesn't mean that you should, okay? But in all seriousness and in all honesty, if Stefon Diggs has any trauma from childhood, teenage days, adulthood, I hope that he heals from his trauma, and I hope that ego of his die a slow and painful death. because that's also a problem too. But Barney B as well, Barney B needs to start getting therapy. Barney B needs to start getting some classes. And it doesn't need to be cooking. You're in business, get some classes on entrepreneur skills. Just get yourself busy, Barney B. Get yourself in some good projects. Get yourself on some good philanthropy projects. And since you're so gifting, instead of gifting to these ungrateful assholes of a men, and their families, start giving back to society in general. Create a foundation that one day your kids can look upon, truly get the meaning, and just be with pride from what their mother did. Instead of just being known for WAP, just being known for a baby mama who couldn't get it right. Do it for your kids and do it for yourself. And that's all I have to say about that. That's just my 2 cents on how this abuse thing started between Barney B and Stefon Diggs. Let me know what you guys think, and we're gonna talk some more in the comment section. Peace.